Welcome back to the Piping Pastor on a beautiful sunny day here in El Paso. I'm trying to put a positive spin on this 104-degree temperature. Well, I got my nice black iced coffee and a good pipe, so it's all good. Well, I need to first apologize for the sound on this. My mic quit on me. But in fact, I've had a litany of problems trying to get this recording done today. First, I threw my back out this morning. So you see me wince as I shift, that's why. But getting the video set up, lost the video twice. It's actually the third time I've started this. Lost the mic last time. So hopefully I get all the points in that I've been getting in the last couple of videos. But in my little Admiral tomato pipe today, I am smoking some Joe's Blend Island Tobacco. Wonderful blend, rich dark chocolate. No topping on it. It just has a deep chocolate kind of flavor. Bit of a moist tobacco, so you need some drying time, but really, really tasty. And I've shown this pipe before. I mean, you can't really see the grain on it because it's so dark. Because it's well over 100 years old. It's been well loved. I've been asked before, like, why I prefer pipes to cigars. I get that question a lot, actually. In the ministry I serve in, a lot of cigar smokers, not very many pipe smokers. Kind of like the population writ large. I'm telling for me, because I don't mind cigars, right? I like cigars too. But there's something about the historical connection of a pipe. I mean, this pipe has been well loved for more than a century. Several people have used this pipe, have gotten enjoyment out of it, have smoked it during times of trial, during times of celebration. There's been a connection, an emotional connection to this pipe for several people across the world. This pipe was originally from England. I bought it at an estate sale at an auction in Indiana. And it's been with me all across the United States. So there's something about having a connection to a piece of history like that. And it's not some kind of, like Liberty Bell or Constitution or Magna Carta, or even the stonework in Rome, where it's a physical connection to something in the history books. This is a physical connection to someone's personal history, to someone that was not written about, someone that doesn't show up in a novel or a musical. This is just a regular person, regular people throughout the course of a century or so who have had this pipe, and it's walked with them through different circumstances. And it's walking with me now. And God willing, this pipe survives me as well. It can go on to the next person and have even greater history. I find there's something really, really cool about that. So anyway, on to the content for today. Well, I just refilled the Zippo too, so forgive the flamethrower. I mean, getting caught up on videos, because obviously I was not watching many videos when I was on holiday. And a couple of videos over the past week have really stood out to me. And as I was mulling over why they were pointing, or why they were having such a pointed effect on me, I was thinking, I think the reason is because they're both kind of dealing with the same thing. The first is the kind of the two videos and some back and forth comments between Tunnel Take and 13 Pipes with regard to sacrifice in the Bible. And the second was the LCS Briars, Lennon Calling with Simon, video he had just done on the pipe he had built before going on holiday himself. So I'll take the two in reverse order. Those of you who watch Simon know that when he builds a pipe, he does a little video kind of describing it, and before he puts it up for sale. And I watch those videos like I watch a lot of his other videos because I think he's a brilliant pipe maker. He's a very good carver. He does some really nice looking stuff. And this one pipe that he just did for holiday was a 5-star. And he doesn't do many he didn't have many 5-star briars. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. And it's did it in a calabash style, kind of in an interpreted calabash style, not the traditional insert big loop style. I thought, well, that's interesting. I didn't care for it. I thought it looked like it would be difficult to smoke. And I didn't, the shape didn't call to me. Let's put it that way. But apparently he got a lot of negative comments on that video because he mentioned it in a follow-up video. And it occurred to me, I have never given any thought to writing comments on his videos where he's displaying the pipes he puts up for sale. Like, unless I want to buy the pipe and I want to talk to him about it, I don't really see the point in saying that looks nice or that doesn't look nice, right? Positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement. It's like hey, this is done. It's up for sale. Here you go. But apparently a lot of people do. And a lot of the comments were negative. I thought, okay, well, why would you write a comment on a pipe that's for sale that you have no interest in buying? Especially if it's going to be negative. I get maybe saying, hey, good job. It looks nice, but... So that stuck with me a little bit. I mean, I started watching them, getting caught up on my 13 Pipes videos. And he mentioned in a follow-up video as well with the back and forth that he had with Greg. And they were talking about sacrifice. And, Greg was offering his view, and, 13 Pipes did a response to that based on all the biblical scripture of his view, right? And so I was like, I think that's it. It's just the amount of opinions, because there's a lot of other comments in there as well. And I comment on videos, and I have no problem sharing opinions. I do it every week, right? We all do. That's why we have channels, or the people who watch. You enjoy seeing someone's view and seeing someone's opinion. But the ratio of opinion to substantiated fact, or at least scriptural textual references, was really lopsided. And the amount of opinions, that the LCS Briars taken on his video was also really rather lopsided, right? So it reminded me of a verse in Proverbs 18:2. A foolish person takes no pleasure in understanding, but only expressing their opinion. I thought maybe put a little more meat on the bone for that. We have this poem by Wendell-Berry. How many have relinquished breath in grief or rage, the victor and the vanquished named on the bitter page? Alike or indifferently forgot all they did, undone entirely, the dust they stirred is hid. Their faces and their works have settled and lie still. Nobody rests or shirks who must turn in time's mill. The wind and the turns of the mill in house and field and town, as grist is ground to meal, the grinders are ground down. Basically a poem kind of describing the entire book of Ecclesiastes, right? Chasing after the wind. Which in turn kind of informs us that chasing after our own opinion, chasing after our own views and our own get-dones and so on and so forth, the importance of ourselves is not where it's at. The foolish person takes no pleasure in understanding, only in expressing their own opinion. I think, not just within our community, but in society generally speaking, people often take too much time expressing their opinion, arguing their own opinion, putting their own opinion out there for other people to listen to, trying to change other people's worldviews and perceptions, trying to argue their own position. They come from their corner and they come out pugilistically to try to force everyone into their way of thinking. watch the American news cycle for a couple of days and just flip back and forth between Fox News and MSNBC. A lot of conversations here on YouTube. The comment sections on all those videos that I mentioned, all kind of revolving around the same idea: giving your own opinion, expressing your own opinion, getting people to think the way you think, rather than taking time to understand the other person's position. Like, wait a minute, you know what? I'm going to pump the brakes on my argument here and really listen to what you're saying and try to understand your point of view. That's incredibly important. But the second thing that I think is perhaps more important and really not talked about very often at all is understanding your own opinion. Understanding why you have it. If you have convictions, that's great. Greg asked in his recent giveaway about why you watch his channel. And one of the reasons I watch his channel, because we don't agree on everything. Actually, Greg and I differ on quite a few things, I think. But he's a man of conviction, a man of honesty. And there are things that he and I obviously are in line with, but there's things that we're not. But I watch his channel because we don't have the same view on everything. And I don't want to live in a bubble where I only listen to people who have my own opinion, right? I want to try to understand other people's views, but I want to understand my own views in light of theirs. I want to think, okay, I think this. Why do I think that? Why do I engage with this person this way and this person that way? Why do I have this conviction? Where does this conviction come from? Is it cultural? Is it historical? Is it biblical? Is it based in personal preference? You see, when God's trying to tell us through that, wisdom literature, 18:2 Proverbs, check it out, is that the foolish person does not seek to understand. That means the wise person does. Taking time to seek to understand, and not just understand the stuff out there. Like, why? Well, if they have a different view than me, let me figure them out. Try to figure yourself out too. So, maybe the next time when you're getting ready to write one of those comments on YouTube or, make an argument at work or something, stop yourself for a second and think, why am I arguing this? And where does that come from? Reflect a little bit inside before you start putting stuff outside. Well, I'm going to go charge my mics up, reset this camera. Hopefully we won't have any more issues next week. Hope you all have a lovely week. As always, happy reading.